Well, again, maybe your friends in the Tehran regime can tell you, because they won't tell me.
Wow.
When you say that to a Muslim journalist, is that debate or is that racist? I get the impression that Mehdi got under the skin of Micheal Gove and it released some inner turmoil, anger and bigotry within him. And also so weird, it's like, you're white, do you know Donald Trump? You're English, do you know Boris Johnson? You speak English, do you know Jacob Rees-Mogg? You'd think that the person saying that had lost their marbles. In this video, we're going to talk about how Mehdi destroyed Micheal Gove, and we're going to unpack Yemen, Rwanda, Brexit, and that racist comment. All to the backdrop of the question, will Trump too make the world a safer place?
Well, again, maybe your friends in the Tehran regime can tell you, because they won't tell me.
Wow. Wow. How are they my friends, Michael? Is it my name? My skin color?
I'm still waiting.
My religion? Which one is it?
I'm still waiting for any criticism of them.
When your best move in a debate is to tell a Muslim journalist, I'm still waiting for any criticism of them, what you're really saying is prove your loyalty, prove you're not with Iran. That's not debate, that's textbook Donald Trump, that's I think Barack Obama isn't really American.
The birth certificate was produced in 2011. You continued to tell the story and question the president's legitimacy in 2012, 13, 14, 15, as recently as January.
And Gove has just used the Trump playbook on Mehdi Hasan because it's all about skin color. And there's zero logic to it. Have a listen to this. Because it always comes down to skin color.
What do you think Barack Obama could do to prove that he was born here?
If there was maybe witnesses that were attendants at his birth.
Like his mother? Would you listen to his mother?
No. She has motivation to lie.
So you don't trust Donald Trump's birth certificate either?
Yeah, because he's been here forever.
Well, how do you know? But what's your proof?
Well, his parents and...
But they're biased. I'm talking about like people who could be in the room.
Why would they be biased?
Well, like, I'm just using your logic against you.
Okay.
But Mehdi let that comment hang like a bad fart in the wind, and then came back with some actual logic.
I'm happy to criticize them. I think Iran is a country with a horrible human rights abuse and shouldn't be developing nuclear weapons, which the US government, by the way, of Trump said they are not developing nuclear weapons. You lied to the audience at the podium when you said they were developing nuclear weapons. Tulsi Gabbard said in March they're not developing nuclear weapons. I guess she's also an Iran stooge. Trump is also an Iran stooge.
The IC continues to assess that Iran is not building a nuclear weapon, and Supreme Leader Khamenei has not authorized the nuclear weapons program that he suspended in 2003.
And the stupidity from Gove continued because Gove demands criticism of Iran, but when Mehdi brings up Yemen, suddenly the moral outrage evaporates.
Criminal court. Trump will make the world safer. Safer for whom? Not for the people of Yemen, who Trump bombed in March, April, and May of this year, killing over 200 civilians. More than were killed in all American attacks on Yemen over the past 20 years, including 80 civilians in an oil refinery and 60 migrants trapped in a detention center, all dead, thanks to Donald Trump.
The UK sold weapons to Saudi Arabia for years, and in 2019, the Court of Appeal ruled those sales unlawful without proper risk checks. Translation: we armed the war, then claimed clean hands.
How can you blame America for Iran enriching uranium?
Because there was a deal.
It's the choice of the Iranian leaders. It's the choice of people whose response to public displays of homosexuality is hanging gay men from cranes.
Michael, have you ever spoken out against anti-homosexual laws in Saudi Arabia or any other Gulf countries?
Yes.
But they're our allies. Why do you use this bogus argument? The British government allies perfectly fine with lots of repressive governments who treat gay people badly. You know, and I know.
I am more than happy to, whether it's Uganda or Saudi Arabia.
So which is it, Michael? Is it about LGBTQ rights, or is it about geopolitics? You can't have it both ways. Either you bomb every homophobic regime on Earth, or you admit your moral outrage is just a cover story.
But I'm merely pointing out
so we bomb
the
Saudi Arabia?
The Iranian government that so many people are anxious to find excuses for.
Michael, should we bomb Saudi Arabia?
Also one.
Can we come back?
Should we bomb Saudi Arabia? It's a simple question.
No, well, Saudi Arabia has not said that it's intent on wiping out another
so you've
nation.
moved the goalpost. Just now you said it was about gay people. I said Saudi Arabia treats gay people badly. Now you've moved the goalpost. Pick one.
The UK supplied $7.1 billion in arms to Saudi Arabia-led forces since the Yemen war began. Essentially, the UK arms industry has made money burning babies. Next, Rwanda. When Gove was in government under Boris Johnson, they pitched an idea about Rwanda to send those coming over in small boats, also known as refugees, to Rwanda. a play straight out of the Nazi manual. You heard right, the Nazis planned to send people to Madagascar, the British to Rwanda. If that wasn't bad enough, the idiots in charge then proceeded to give Rwanda 700 million in total. The money was then used to develop housing for the refugees and infrastructure projects across Rwanda. However, only 4 refugees went, and they all went voluntarily. But on top of that, the Rwanda government pocketed that 700 million, and they're now selling off the properties that the British government paid for. As you can tell, this is a complete catastrophe, but Mehdi doesn't bring this up, but he does rip into Gove for other reasons.
Congolese activists told CNN last week that they don't believe this deal will hold at all. They think it's a vague deal that was rushed over the line because Trump wants a Nobel Prize, so he signs whatever's put in front of him. And guess who's not part of that deal? Micheal pointed out that it's between the DRC and Rwanda. The group that's not part of that deal is a group called M23, which is a rebel group doing much of the killing in this conflict.
And that very same M23 group, there's tons of evidence showing that Rwanda is sponsoring them. So here's the real kicker. Michael Gove and the Conservative Party have given 700 million to the Rwandan government, who are then destabilizing part of the Congo because they want to control it. They've actually sponsored a terrorist organization. And there's Michael Gove talking about Donald Trump bringing peace to the world.
They're in a separate peace negotiation, which is being led by Qatar, which I'm sure Spectator doesn't want to give Qatar credit for that. But they're having a separate peace process. So let's see what happens. I hope you're right. If there is peace in the Congo, I promise you I will give Donald Trump for that. But it hasn't happened yet, and no sign of it because of one deal.
Gove wants you to trust Donald Trump, who is clearly linked to the Epstein case and has gaslit the American public into believing he was going to release several sets of documents related to the Epstein files. Probably because he's in those files, but also how much of an idiot do you have to be to go and say to everyone you're going to release files that are going to implicate yourself. That's who Michael Gove is defending. That's who Michael Gove wants you to trust. But we're not done yet, because Mehdi absolutely slammed Gove over Brexit.
I mean, saying Donald Trump has made the world a safe place is like saying George Bush brought peace to Iraq, or Boris Johnson brought dignity to Downing Street. It's like saying, I don't know, Michael Gove got Brexit right. It's demonstrable bullshit, right? So, ladies and gentlemen.
That's brutal, because deep down, Gove knows Brexit isn't a victory lap. It's a milestone, it's an albatross around the neck. Prices up, trade down, growth stuck in neutral, and every time Brexit gets dragged into the spotlight, Gove looks like a man being forced to read his own bad reviews out loud. And then there was the mic drop moment.
Mr. Gove, do you wish you'd properly prepared for this debate now?
Okay.
So let's tally it up. Mehdi Hasan destroyed Michael Gove on Yemen, Rwanda, M23, the Iran deal, and put the boot in with Brexit. The racist smear exposed him, and the audience, they just finished the job. Was it racist? Did Mehdi destroy Gove? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that like and subscribe button. And once again, I'd like to say a big thank you to all of you who support this channel. You keep it going and growing. Once again, thanks for listening. Bye for now. If you like this video, you might like my book, Manufactured Fear, available on Amazon, link in the description.